Welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV. I'm Tommy Javor.
Sean the Diff Jacobson.
And Trevor Craig.
And boys, it is the most exciting time of year. It's Mad Monday for half the teams in Div 2 because we've had round 18 and it's time for some finals football in Division 2. Very exciting times, isn't it?
Absolutely love to play.
Firstly, let's start off a little unusually because it's come down to the wire, but the goal kicking has been decided. It was a race in three. Third place with 52 goals was Lockie Button, the former Glenelg boy. Joe Bilby from Scotch has finished 50 with 53. But congratulations to Lukey Trenorden, who'll be at the Div 1 and Div 2 medal count, collecting a gong for 54 goals for the year. Good effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, fair effort.
Also, congratulations to Modbury, who comfortably take the minor premiership by 4 games. And let's give kudos. Start of the year, the producers predicted Modbury 18-0, 17-1, not too far off, is it?
No, he's done pretty well. Give him that.
Yeah, we'll give him that. He hasn't got much going for him. Let's give him that. Too much? Too soon? Sorry, boys. Okay, this week's results, boys, and there were some interesting ones. We're going to start our little journey at Broadview Oval, where I believe Broadview parted ways this week with their coach. Am I allowed to say that?
I think you can, because it's out there.
Yeah, okay, well, and they have.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything bad about the coach. I love him. He's a champion of a man who's helped me out at my work at times. So, so Weed and Broadview have gone their separate ways. So they'll have a new coach next year, Broadies.
Yeah, so they can go down 13-12-90 to Old Iggy's 17-8, 110. Been impressed with Old Iggy's this year.
Story in a story though, Trev. I mean, they were down by 5 goals at half-time, Broadview, and they came with the thunder. 8 goals, 5 in the third quarter to take a 10-point lead over Old Iggy's. Maybe there was a strong breeze, I don't know. But it wouldn't appear so based on the other 2 quarters. But in the end, Old Iggy's getting over them by 20 points.
Yeah, and in the end, Gorman kicked 5, Penta with 3, same with the washing machine. Sandlin also kicked a few, Tyson with 2, and the best players were McHugh, Christopherson and Gorman.
And for Broadview, we had Ryan with 4 and Kemp with 3. Numerous blokes kicked 1, and their best players were Ryan, Hodby, Ferguson, Saucy and Kempy.
Yes, so that is the season done and dusted for Broadview. A disappointing 8th. They fell away at the back of the year. And I believe one of those wins might have been through a points indiscretion. So they have underachieved for mine. Season over for Old Iggy's. They scrape in, well, they don't really scrape in, they've won in by 2 games. They finished 5th and they have got some action this weekend, haven't they, gentlemen?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, next one. It's got to be called an upset. Although I think you tipped it.
I think I did.
Yeah. It was, in the end, it was Sacred Heart going down by 4 points to Foss Camden. Fossey 6-8, Sacred Heart 6-4. Neck and neck all day, wasn't it,
Yeah,
Div?
high scoring, wasn't it?
Shootout.
I'll get straight into Foss
Bit of comedy there for the Div.
Foss Camden, we had Bayliss and Whitford with 2, and their best players were Jack Weir, Harms, Ruwalt, Cross and Bayliss.
And for the Shockers, Domenico kicked 2, the same with Kakuro, Brooks and Forster, and the best players were Forster, Laba, Noel, Bosley and Billy's Pie.
Yes. Interesting to note, Dono Button did play, so maybe the secret's been unlocked. I think it's not that big a secret. Shut down Button, shut down Shock. Yes.
Could have been Shocker.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Diff. Somebody stop him. Jim Keary. And I actually watched this game for the 35 seconds. I was sitting at the OG lights. Gee, it looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, Gaze at 17-10, 112. Portland 2 goals, 9, 21. I'll do the Portland side. Portland season over. Probably not the best season they've ever had. They finished 9th, 5 and 13. Not a lot you can say about it. They've gone from Division 1 to Division 2. And they'll be in Division 3 next year. Hopefully they can re-establish themselves. Cannoli, was that not close?
Yeah, it's Canal.
Canol, okay, yep. You'd think I'd get that name right. I've had a few cannolis in my time. And Friend, something I don't have many of. Add me on Facebook, guys. Both kicked 1. Friend was their best. Moody and, of course, Dale Lazart's had a great year for someone in a struggling team. He won't go anywhere. He's Portland through and through.
Yeah. And for Gazer, we have Bioli 6, Clark and Clark and McCready with 3, and Kerr with 2. And their best players were Radetti, Bioli, Carr, and Hill and Lee.
I see Raddetti's doing the best players again. So
They've had some guys come in, Portland, obviously knowing them quite well. Dale Finney's come back after having, I think it was a hamstring injury or problem there for a little while. But yeah, it's troubling. I mean, don't want to say that I was right, like the pig, like the host, producer saying. About Modbury, but I did pick them to go down at the start of the year, which is disappointing, but as you said, 1-3, bounce back quickly.
Let's hope so. Now, boys, I had the pleasure on Saturday night of spending a bit of time in a corporate box with a lot of guys who play for Smosh. They're all Crow supporters, and I was one of 2 Port supporters amongst 30 Crow supporters. They had a lot to say to me. So I've got something to say to you. Congratulations on your season. Well played. How'd they go? Let's just check the ladder. And I like Kerry Payne, so I'll put that out there. 1-17, and you didn't even win that game. So, well done. Yes, well done indeed. Although they did win in the C grade because they can sandbag. I'm done now. Well, they sandbagged last year. We beat them twice and they beat us in the grand final in the D grade. That's neither here nor there. I've only mentioned that 12 times this year. Nah, look, in all seriousness, bad luck, you didn't have a very good year. Hopefully Smosh can rebuild next year, and I'm sure I'll get a phone call over this one. Smoshy's 6 goals, 642, probably just a touch above your average. And Modbury, 21 goals, 18, 144. I better shut up.
You are on fire.
Nah, look, you should have heard them all night long. And I waited until the very last minute of the game and said, how are your age travelling? I let him go all night, but it's festive.
It was like, so, but in this environment, it's like bobbing for apples. So Smosh, Matty Gates with 2, Brown, Latassa kicked 1, Sampson, Brown, Harper and Sibic. You'd probably think a bit close to Sibbers last year, I would have thought.
Yep, Sibberlicious.
And for Modbury, their goal kickers were Gibson with 4, Benbow with 3, and Shaw as well 3, Clusey, Geisler with 2, and their best players were Collins, Martin and Davey.
They kicked that many bloody goals. You missed Verity and Davey kicked 2 as well. But
names.
But not a good year. It'll be interesting to see how Smosh go next year. Next game, Trev.
This one was Sumo Central, the Sumo Salad Central. Battle of the Salad Haircuts, I called this one last week. So Scotch Old Collegians hosted St Peter's at Scotch College, and it was 8-9-57 going down to Spockies, 17-15, 117. So nice win at the end there for St Peter's, who ended up finishing in third against the second place Shockers, the Scotchies.
No,
Scotch. I'm having a shocker tonight.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. Just keep reading. Oh, there we are. I'm on the game. Beautiful. I want to rip through this, boys. Stafford 3, Trenorden 3. Doubles to Hart, man. Frank, Lynn, and Sharp.
Yep.
Better players, Hartman, Fotherington, and Lockwood.
And for Scotch, Lawson and Logodic with 2. Best players, Logodic, Box and Wong.
Yes, everything did go Wong for Scotch towards the end of the year. And they finished the season in 7th. Interesting, Gazer, Scotch, Broadview, start of the year. Probably not too many punters had them in 6th, 7th and 8th.
No, I wouldn't have thought so, no.
You would have expected one of them to be further up the top. So that is it for 5 teams, whereas 5 teams look forward to some finals football, gentlemen. First up,
the elimination final out at Camden Oval. So Fossey's getting the home advantage there against Old Ignatians.
Yeah, this one, Fossies have come really good the second half of the year. I mean, I think they might have been languishing something like about 3-5, 2-5 maybe.
Just caught in there, in between.
So they've won maybe 9 of their last, say, 11 or 12. Really found some good form. They've got their percentage on the up. Old Iggies, of course, were punished 2 games for a point indiscretion, which may have actually cost him a double chance.
That's right, yeah.
So, look, I don't know. Being at the Skull Cave at Camden Oval, it's going to be pretty heavy underfoot. It's going to be wet. Fossey are going to know it pretty well. Yeah. This is an absolute toss of a coin job for me.
I'll toss you for it. I'll go for, I'm going to say Fossies again.
Yep, I'll agree with you, Trev. I'll say Fossies.
Yeah, Fossies are on the way up and Iggies are on the way down, so I'll stick with you boys and with no confidence suggest that Foss can.
And the next game, Tommy, the qualifying final, this one will be at Mitchell Park Oval. Sacred Heart against St Peter's.
Yes, it's Mitchell Park. Because obviously the first 18 are playing. So I mean, I think it was last week, Sacred Heart played at Guardarol. Now they're at Mitchell Park. I really feel for mine that neutralises the home ground advantage for Sacred Heart completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, last week, could they maybe have been, knowing that they can't get a home ground advantage, could they have been playing some Ducks and Drakes, maybe Buttons on the bench in the last quarter? Who knows? I mean, we weren't there.
They would have pulled him off.
Don't think he needs to go to that extent. We might have rested him.
Let's give him a break. Not the no.
We'll leave it on. Again, these are two very, very close competitive finals. You can tell by the ladder position as well, Diff, just separated by the one game throughout the year.
And pretty close percentage too. I'll go with the team that finished second. Sacred Heart.
Yeah, I'm really torn with this one. I think I reckon St. Peter's will get the biscuits on this one. It'll be a close game.
Yeah.
We'll have to be on ice after the game as well.
Yes, no, plenty of recovery time. They started 3-0 this year, St. Peter's. So, look, this one is tough. I'm going to go Sacred Heart. Lockie Button is arguably the most potent player in the league. He has a big day, they win. So, and he's had a good season. Button to get Shockers over the line. Just. Oh, so that was a lot of procrastination. I reckon a minute and a half we've sat there, I'm an hour and not knowing. Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with some more finals football.
So.